Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. This return will take him out past the 25-yard line. Decent field position as this game gets going. Lamar Jackson, twice the MVP, Greg, leads this Ravens team out. Season 9, but Season 1 without John Harbaugh as his head coach.
You know, I think one of the biggest factors for Lamar Jackson this season, Mike, is just to stay healthy. They got to just find a way to keep him on the field, keep him in one piece. And, you know, I think when you talk about a dynamic player like Lamar and, you know, his ability to use his legs and his ability to improvise, there's a very fine line, especially early in the season. Stay away from those hits, operate more as a passer, and then towards the end of the season, when things really matter, let him really loose.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of second and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass, but this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this third down got a whole lot more manageable.
Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. On now, the rookie out of Michigan State, Ryan Eckley, to punt for Baltimore. Back deep for the Niners, Jacob Cowling. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Brock Purdy leading this 49ers offense out from the last pick in the draft to his 5th season in the NFL.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
He can be slowed up and taken down. Play goes nowhere. Stuck behind the line for a loss.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track.
The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
Waitman now on to punt. Kick is away. Wester on the return. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 33, here's second and 8. Going to go right back to Henry. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in the third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On play action, here's Jackson. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First down and goal to go.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Henry. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it'll be fourth and goal coming up. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
There's just no excuse for this one, Mike. At this level, from that distance, that's a kick you just have to have.
The Niners offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on first and 10. Nnamdi Madubuike in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. This one is caught by Kirk. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense. This next possession, they'll begin with 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Off the play fake, Jackson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it's going to be 3rd down. Jackson forced to his right. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left. They'll pitch it out here to Henry. And he's not going to outrun the defense. They push him back out of bounds, a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Fought for and caught for the 1st down. To the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing. To kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now, Watkins on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Travis Jones in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And they're going to get him for a 2nd time. He goes down again. Namde Matabike getting in for the sack. That's going to lead to 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will get some yardage there on the scramble, but not nearly enough, and it's going to bring up 4th and long.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
The punt team out there for the second time, and that kicks away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Ravens offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. We'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, that one just getting worse and worse until they finally bring him down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining. First half. Nothing game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. That'll bring up 2nd and long. Jackson now exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the first down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flowers with the catch. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They convert downfield, but it is caught. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Really nice play call there by the offensive coordinator. You kind of use your tendencies against the defense. They're thinking run in this down and distance, and ultimately you use it to your advantage. Play action pass to the
caught. Mark Andrews, touchdown. Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews connect again. Loop now for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. Here's a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Purdy.
32-yard line.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And you can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark. Able to get anything going here before the half.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's on to punt it for the fourth time tonight. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Now Watkins on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Marlon Humphrey is there to bring him down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He bought as much time as he could, but he finally gets taken down. Tavius Robinson gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Third and 13.
They'll motion over Samuel. Third and long. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Third time out there for the punt team, and the kick's away. That'll be returnable from the 35. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Jackson, this a designed run. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Give him 14 yards on the keeper and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Good start to this drive so far. Another first and 10. On the give, here's Henry. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. From 29, here's second and 8. The shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tez Walker. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9
yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. That is caught at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Jackson on the move. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Out of coverage. Excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal. Now, faking the give. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third and goal.
Again, it's Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
They send Evans in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
Purdy now back near his goal line. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. Third down and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Kittle is the man in motion. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. I mean, whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays.
Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's McCaffrey. And that'll be a gain of 9, but nowhere close to the markers. It'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
Here's Purdy. And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
At the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll go again here with Henry. Look at him go! And he will finally be brought down at the Niners' 33-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. He finds his tight end. That's Smythe. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. The Niners will use their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Third down and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got to...
And he's into the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. On is Luke to add the extra point.
Tyler Luke on for the extra point.
He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
49ers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Watkins on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And now the hill to climb has gotten steeper. They had the safety the last time they had a football. That led to a touchdown a moment ago. So the deficit going in the wrong direction. We'll try to right the ship here. It's first and 10. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And that will lead to a second down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. That's another sack. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On third and long, Purdy to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now flags fly. Looks like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into first and 15. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. Choose your position and define how you'll play your superstar journey. Pick your starting point. Your draft projection and difficulty of your early journey will change based on which day you pick. Fill out your player information. Review and confirm your details before continuing. Customize your appearance. Adjust your look, style, and gear to create your superstar. Choose your archetype. Each option comes with different core and physical abilities. Spend your skill points. Start by applying your core skill points to continue. Review your league settings and make any adjustments to customize your superstar gameplay experience. Review your league settings and make any adjustments to customize your superstar gameplay experience.
Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium, the home of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, of course, a man who knows this event better than anyone. Now, from the outside looking in, it just appears like a bunch of guys running around through drills. But in reality, this opportunity, Charles, to perform in front of all 32 teams, it can make or break a young man's draft stock.
You're exactly right, partner. And that's why these players started preparing for this moment as soon as their college careers came to an end. We're about to see some of the top prospects in action.
But there's one quarterback who I know we're all excited to see test, and he seems poised for a memorable performance.
That, of course, the former Texas Longhorn. And now we'll see what this signal caller can do in the 40-yard dash. Now here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Teams are going to have more questions than answers after that performance. He just showed no explosiveness, and the time reflects that.
Now here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Teams are going to have more questions than answers after that performance. He just showed no explosiveness, and the time reflects that.
Now here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Teams are going to have more questions than answers after that performance. He just showed no explosiveness, and the time reflects that.
Now here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Teams are going to have more questions than answers after that performance. He just showed no explosiveness, and the time reflects that.
Now here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Teams are going to have more questions than answers after that performance. He just showed no explosiveness, and the time reflects that.
Now here he is in the 40-yard dash.
Teams are going to have more questions than answers after that performance. He just showed no explosiveness, and the time reflects that.
Next up, we'll see how many reps at 225 these guys can put together in the all-important test of strength, the bench press.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but that's significantly fewer reps than we were expecting. He'll have to make up for that lackluster performance in other drills.
It's time to see how many reps he can put up on the bench press.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but that's significantly fewer reps than we were expecting. He'll have to make up for that lackluster performance in other drills.
It's time to see how many reps he can put up on the bench press.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but that's significantly fewer reps than we were expecting. He'll have to make up for that lackluster performance in other drills.
Now, every team, they want to draft explosive athletes, and that will be put to the test here in the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which will be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
Well, here we go. It's his turn now at the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which will be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
Well, here we go. It's his turn now at the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which will be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
Well, here we go. It's his turn now at the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which would be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
Well, here we go. It's his turn now at the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which would be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
Well, here we go. It's his turn now at the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which would be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
Well, here we go. It's his turn now at the broad jump.
What a lackluster result. He showed no explosiveness, which would be cause for concern from plenty of scouts.
This is one you blink and you miss it. We've got the ultimate test of agility here with a 20-yard shuttle.
That was a fine time, but that's all it was, a serviceable performance that isn't going to raise any eyebrows.
It's his turn now to run the 20-yard shuttle.
That's exactly what the scouts wanted to see. He proved without a doubt that he has the quickness to play in the NFL.
All of the standard drills have come to an end, so now it's time for this quarterback to show that he has what it takes to make big-time throws in the NFL.
Yeah! Uh-huh! Yeah! That's the way! Woo! Push through! Yes! Yeah! Woo! We're almost there, a little more. Yeah! You got that! There we go! There we go! Well done! Okay! Well done! Oh! Yeah! Woo!
He looks so comfortable out there, showcasing the skills it takes to excel at his position. He can be very proud of how he ended his combine.
Well, that wraps up our coverage of the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine.
On draft day, every prospect is part of the same brotherhood. Hundreds of players.
Ready? Cowboy 80! Come on, set! Ready? Here we go, set! Hunt. Set! Go! Ready? Hunt, hunt. Go! Ready? Set up! Set go! Let's go! Ready? Let's go now! 70 Timberwolf! Set up! Ready? Ready? Here we go! Hawk, set, hook! Set! Go! Ready? Hut, hut! Come on! Set! Like it! Ready? Here we go! Set! Set, go! Set! 60 Bison! Ready? There you see head coach Todd Monken and his Browns getting set for their next possession. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Intended for Harold Fanning.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for KC.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Tyreek Stevenson that time, in from his spot on the edge to record the sack. Set to take the field for the first time, and they will be led out by this man at quarterback.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To give to Judkins, heading right, and he's going to give ground and lose yardage here, back to the 6.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get any.
As they get set to take over again on offense, they'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
On the play. And the Browns' 1st down.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. In the middle, he finds Concepcion. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down, Cleveland.
He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Judy. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Now 2nd and
2nd and 10.
30-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession?
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, And now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get and try to build something going into halftime.
The Browns going to use the last. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Second. Column for the Bears as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready? There you see head coach Todd Monken and his Browns getting set for their next possession. And, Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week one playing the full game in a full live environment. So this was the next step. You got practice to get your body right. Then you have a couple preseason reps to kind of take that next step, all leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week one of the regular season.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run it with Judkins. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Out to his right. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 50. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Concepcion. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
26 yards.
This drive rolling down. Another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Back to throw.
22-yard line.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They Greg Russo. He had a sack in the preseason opener, and he follows it with another one here. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down and goal to go.
Judkins. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Daquan Jones on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. These are the situations where...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go deep. He's got it! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Interference. Defense.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to...
It's going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is Concepcion to the right side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
From the 32 now,
yards.
here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Greg Russo. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4. open man downfield is Fannin, the tight end. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Intended for Harold Fannin. It'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll throw out of the gun. This one intercepted.
So often it just comes down to decision-making, and while you understand there's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows anytime you're dealing with a young rookie quarterback, the reality is
It's about ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. On the move left, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
The play brings up second down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is hard. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Here for the Bills as we move closer to the regular season. They'll wrap up the preseason with the finale next week before we get it going for real come September. There you see head coach Todd Monken and his Browns getting set for their next possession. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete. He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim.
Their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, an ill-advised throw there. It's an interception. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
So all game we've seen...
As they get set to take over again on offense, they'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll air it out down the middle. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the... Getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead with Judkins. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, faking the give. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Patriots are going to recover.
The quarterback.
How about the... way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. That's complete. It's centered. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. See what they have for 2nd and 10. He'll drop this one down to Judge. We'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
Brings up
3rd down, 3 to go. He'll take a shot down the field. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.